Anyway, I wanted to kick this fucking thing off. Guys,
Great. Cut all that shit out. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 31 of the podcast. Dice has something to say.
There's a new song out. I may be 5 months late to when it was released, like without lyrics, but we never talked about it on the podcast, but I'm a huge fan of Has Been Hotel.
He's pretty sure we've never talked about it on the podcast.
I don't know if we've ever talked about it on the podcast. Has Been Hotel was older than the podcast, so I'm assuming not. But anyway, amazing fucking show created by YouTubers, very talented fucking YouTubers, and they're basically making two separate cartoon TV shows that are partly musicals as well. And they released the animated video for Addict.
For a dick.
It's Addict, and I'm addicted to it, is what I was going to say.
Would you stop slapping the table? I'm sorry. It's just... I noticed that I've been cutting together the D&D VOD this week, and which is going to be up way before this episode is. If you haven't seen it, please go back and watch it. It was super fun. But I've been cutting it together, and you know what I hear a lot of? I hear a lot of shuffling papers. I hear a lot of somebody, I won't say who, tapping their pencil eraser against the desk. I hear a lot of fingers just...
It's almost like that's why we have post-edits.
So you can't post-edit that shit! It's one audio channel!
Well, we need to fix that.
Either way, it was super fun. Please go watch it. Even though I'm bitching about it now, it was actually a blast.
Also, while you're going to watch that right before you do it, go see the new VisiPop animated music video for Addict. It's amazing. It's addictive.
The video's choice.
Oh, the
I enjoyed it.
animation.
I have no idea what Has Been Hotel is about, and just watching it from an animation standpoint, it is good animation. They didn't skimp on it.
Fucking
But I'm
amazing.
saying, like, watching the video with knowing nothing about what the storyline is, I still followed a storyline, and I got some. I assumed that those were like indicative of those characters.
Yes, from what I could tell from one episode. There's been one episode of Has Been Hotel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're doing one. They've done one episode of Has Been Hotel. It took them.
How long has it been? I mean, you said that it came out last October.
It came out 8 months ago.
That's a long time.
It's
for one
it is a
episode.
very select group of people working on like at least a 30-40 minute episode every release from what I know. But they also are releasing at the same time. It's not like they're just solely focused on this. There's another project they're working on called Hell of a Boss, which is in itself in the same world as Has Been Hotel, but not the same
storyline.
focus of the main
Character arc?
characters, because you can see characters from both shows and both stories. Like, even after Has Been Hotel was made, you could see which character from Hell of a Boss appeared in that, and blah, blah, blah.
They occupy the same space.
Yes, but I don't...
They're setting up a universe.
I don't know enough to know what's going
The
on.
HHU!
If they're going to combine... If Hell of a Boss is even the second episode of Has Been Hotel, technically. I don't technically know that, but I don't assume so. But it is a very select group of people, and they are very fucking talented. Amazing fucking music coming from it, especially just because I think it's the same guy who actually voices Angel Dust that made the track for that, the musical track of it.
That's cool.
I wanted to learn their names before this. I don't know. Chia showed me this yesterday, and in less than 24 hours, I know the entire fucking song by heart.
I mean, to be fair,
It's not that hard. It's not like the Dio rap or the Cell rap where you have to learn a bunch of shit, or a brand new like RTJ4 album. But
let's not talk about that Hisoka rap.
yeah, it wasn't that great, was it?
No, I listened to it.
There's a reason why I'm talking about something completely different besides Daddy Fat Snaps
I
this week.
specifically listened to the Hisoka rap because he's one of my favorite villains.
I have no context of him, and I listened to that going, I don't want to know more now.
Bunji Gum. Anyways,
Oh, look who got Weeby first.
yeah, I did. It didn't feel good. I'm not gonna lie, it felt really good.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to just indulge, ain't it?
Yeah, but I don't do it often.
I know, and then you shit on others for doing it.
No, I just shit on you.
I'm others.
Other.
You
A
don't talk to,
significant other.
you don't talk to anybody else.
A, that's rude. B, you're right. And
Actively.
C, I'll also say about the video, because I haven't watched it, I don't know the characters' voices, so immediately I thought, first person who comes in, he sounds like a character and not a singer, so I don't appreciate this one. But then their name was Angel Dust, the actual singer?
No, Angel Dust is the first person.
What was
who
the other one?
sang- Cherry Bomb.
Cherry Bomb was fucking awesome. Her line came in, I was like, ooh, this is This reminds me of the song I compared it to was "White Dress" by Call the Cops. It also reminds me a lot of like old Metro Station is close, but it was like
It sounds nothing like Metro Station. I don't know why you keep fucking saying that.
Because they've done other shit that you don't know about that I know about. Regardless.
Yeah, because I'm so fucking. What is that? What is that group of people? What is that?
Hipsters?
Hipster. I'm so fucking hipster.
See how I was right about
Yeah,
hipster
you
shit.
were. We learned moonshine.
But she's
We learned about moonshine today. That's why you had to be the spiteful right thing.
She actually performed very, very well. Cherry Bomb was great, even though they were still in character. They sounded like a singer that reminded me of the early 2000s, early 2010s. Like you said, not soft techno, but like techno rock pop.
It's electronica with lyrics.
It's boppy.
It's shit.
It bops.
Like I would never listen to that song if it was, and not to say it's a bad rhythm or anything like that, but just personal preference. I like lyrics, and that's what usually hooks me in music. But I would never listen to that song if it didn't have lyrics. And that's exactly the type of music that a lot of people would bump back in the early 2000s and 2010s.
I was going to say, I'm going to redact the early 2000s because I just realized the early 2000s was the Every Time We Touch era, and it was a lot softer. Even though that song bumped, that was mid 2000s, I think.
That was
middle school.
That's when the barrier.
Middle school age.
That's when the barrier between like you have to have guitars in your shit to be considered a musician type deal fight was still going on. Because like a lot of people were like, "You're just a fucking DJ. You're not a musician."
That fight's been going on.
I feel like it's died.
Longer.
I feel like when dubstep became as popular as it did, that officially died, and it might have died even before then. Because DJs are 100, like just like the people we were looking at, Marshmello, Avicii, and all that shit. Definitely fucking
Porter Robinson.
Porter Robinson is
Madeon.
Porter Robinson has made me cry. All right, but I still only listen to his shit with lyrics. But Porter Robinson has made me fucking cry.
His Secret Sky set had me weeping at the end.
But to be fair, I don't know if the reason I cried was strictly because of what the lyrics were, or because it was like a Studio Ghibli-esque anime music video that made me fucking go, "Oh, that poor little girl."
But the lyrics are so good.
They're beautiful. They're fantastic.
So weird to hear songs that are so uplifting done in a way that actually makes me care about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the new album that he's putting out is called Nurture. And that's what the whole album is themed around, like these very wholesome, uplifting themes. And I'm like, this is the most positive influence I have had in my life, except for that Pure Soul that we work with. Like, those two things are just pure. They're care. They just care. They're nurturing.
I think the reason I think this song we've been talking about slaps so hard is because I have context for it. Because I know what the lyrics are, because I know who the characters are. And what I love about it, on just like a little bit of a fun little thing for me, is that those two characters in the show are best friends, like ride or die for each other. And they complement each other so well in the song. Whether or not you like Angel Dust's voice or not, I think it harmonizes with Cherry Bomb so perfectly that it just as a character level, it's beautiful to see that not only do they complement each other in the show, but they complement each other even in their duet. And that's the first time I've heard either of those two sing. Now, I know this dude has probably made a bunch of albums. I went and looked him up on Spotify, and he makes music that, I will be honest, I probably won't listen to. But it was killer. I fell in love with the song. Chia showed me it yesterday when we were riding around picking up Xander to go to Jack's house. And by the time you walked in the door, I knew every fucking word because it was fantastic.
It's good. It's worth a watch.
I would recommend, if you haven't seen it, watch Has Been Hotel. And probably Hell of a Boss. That's what I want to say. Hell of a Boss has Invader Zim's voice actor in it.
That's dope.
Yeah. That it's popular enough that they got Invader Zim's voice actor for it.
I dig it.
So it's worth a watch. Definitely watch Has Been. It's about a 30-minute long thing. So is Hell of a Boss. So if you got an hour to kill, check it out. Vizzy Pop. I think it's Vizzy Pop.
Vizzy Pop.
She also makes crazy cool animations. Like, she's a fantastic artist. So I highly recommend the sub.
The sub.
Dice's recommended sub of the week.
Oh, all right. Jane's recommended sub of the week. Go check out the man, Chris Ramsey. Chris Ramsey.
Definitely too.
I've been watching him for about 2 months now, and let me tell you, I had a shock come my way the other week. So this guy does he solves puzzle boxes on YouTube. So I've been interested in designing some puzzles recently for some salty entertainment purposes. And so I started watching him just to get like ideas for puzzles I might be able to throw at certain people. And so I've been watching him for about 2 months just because he's also legitimately entertaining. And then the other day I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw Chris Ramsey does street magic. And I'm like, this dude also does magic? In addition to that's so cool. I thought he was just a puzzle dude. And so I did a small wiki search, and lo and behold, he's been a magician much, much longer than he's been solving puzzle boxes.
Oh,
He's got like years of experience, and he just started doing puzzle boxes way more recently. And I was like, oh, how have I never gone to this? I've been watching him for 2 months. How did I have no idea of his main profession?
It's really easy to do that. There's a YouTuber named Disguised Toast that he does like a lot of. He did a lot of Hearthstone. I never knew he did a lot of Hearthstone content again, but that's how a lot of people know him. But he started doing TFT when it came out, and I'd seen him on Facebook videos every now and again. And I was like, he would just be like clips of like, hey man, here's a really cool fucking snippet. And I guess it was taken from his streams and shit, but I never knew he was a YouTuber. And then one day I found his shit and I just like binged all of his fucking TFT content because I was like, I'm gonna get good at this game. And then I stopped playing it.
Nah, fuck TFT.
It's not bad. It's better than League. You don't get mad.
But that's my recommended sub of the week. Go if you like magic, if you like puzzles. Chris Ramsey.
Yeah.
Give him that sub.
We watched it on Sunday. He's pretty cool.
He's good.
I guess I'm saying that, but I seen him as a react channel. I've
Yeah.
never seen him perform shit.
He specifically started doing like reacting to what people throw in his Reddit because of quarantine. That started because of quarantine. Then he's like, "Hey, you guys seem to like that one. So keep submitting your own magic tricks to the Reddit, and we'll just go through and like we'll review them every Monday."
Do you guys want to see some magic tricks?
Do y'all want to see us do some magic?
Maybe some
I
card
really
tricks?
want, dude. After watching him, like, after I started binging his magic content, I was like, I want to learn some like coin shit.
I re-looked
I
up
wanna
how
look-
to do
I want to do some cardistry.
my favorite card trick. I re-looked up how to do it. I don't know if I could still do it, but I looked up how to redo my favorite card trick.
I also looked up a card trick to do.
I love
was like,
card
just
tricks.
in case we decide to go this route, I want to have one that I can start practicing.
Card tricks are I don't give a shit if you see it as corny, cliche, or anything like that. Magic is cool.
Maybe not cool, but fun.
Magic
It's
is cool.
fun.
Fuck you. Neil Patrick Harris is a magician. Magic is cool. Anything that Barney loves. Wow, I mean, yeah, in both aspects. Shout out to Mallow, man. We miss you. But fucking anything that both Barneys love, whether it be a big purple dinosaur that wants to give you a hug or a well-dressed man in a suit that just wants to get you in bed, anything that Barney loves is cool.
I still want to give him hugs.
Yeah.
Give him no hug.
Come here, Dr. Horrible. Let me get some snuggles.
In one of bringing it full circle, in one of Chris Ramsey's videos, Neil Patrick Harris put out a deck of cards that had puzzles and secrets hidden within. And there were like 6 or 7 puzzles in total that you had to solve to get to the end, and he did that as one of his videos, and that was a cool one. So if you like Neil Patrick Harris, who's also a magician, go look
Because
at that one.
magic is cool.
I don't think I've seen Neil Patrick do a lot of magic except for like
It's-
on the actual show.
Yeah, on.
As Barney.
Oh man, I know. I guess I forgot until you said, yeah, NPH put out a deck of cards, and I went, what? Like, do you mean NPR radio? Is it just a bunch of news cards?
Off sidebar, did you see the big Princess Bride thing where a bunch of actors
I shared
did
it.
a bunch of this? Oh, okay, so you did see it.
I'm the one who
that
said,
Neil
"Fuck
Patrick
you, I'm not
Harris did
crying."
with his husband was so good.
It was perfect.
It was so good. I loved it.
That's ultimately I shared it for that, and I shared it for the dude who impersonated Andre the Giant because it was damn near spot on.
was it? Fuck. No, it was Batista. No, not Batista.
No,
Dave Batista.
Dave Bautista. Well,
He did an Andre.
He did
scene.
an Andre scene, but there was the one where like it's him looking up, and it's when Andre is like in the shot, and you can see how fucking big this man is.
Oh, with like the flames.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like, I can't remember who it was. There was a lot of people in that.
It was so good.
Lot of people.
They had a lot
I'm
of.
surprised you knew who the fuck Dave Batista was. I'm so goddamn proud of you. Even though I hate Batista as a wrestler, he's a pretty decent he grew into a pretty decent actor.
Yeah.
He didn't start strong, but he
no.
grew into a pretty decent actor. But I hated him as a wrestler. His fucking finisher was a sit-down power bomb. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I don't.
Not you, but in general.
I mean,
you.
yeah. I don't know wrestling shit.
I know.
But
I just
the
watched
Princess-
that stupid ass ECW horror show pay-per-view on Sunday. Oh my god, Rey Mysterio lost an eyeball. Oh, bullshit. Oh, and fucking the dude threw up. He made himself throw up. Oh, I couldn't believe how overselling they were doing it.
Do they have people back in the stands now?
No, it's backstage people and shit like that, other wrestlers and stuff, and they're all wearing masks and being properly social distance. But it's really weird when you see like a dude who probably works on lights with like a weird Raw branded mask, just like bang on the glass like a fan. Like, one, it's weird to have glass like it's a goddamn hockey match now. Where,
Wait, they have glass around the ring?
yeah.
I haven't been following this shit, man.
They're still. I mean, they have all the practices of
Okay,
the
so
COVID.
they have glass around the ring. Or do the wrestlers have to like quarantine 2 weeks before the match?
No, so it's just like any other.
Do they
sports.
wear masks in the ring?
The wrestlers don't. No, just like any other sports event, your professional athletes are very well taken care of, very accessible to testing and things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So these people are probably tested, I would assume, every goddamn week or something like that to make
Yeah,
sure that
fair
they
enough.
can go out and do stuff. If we're gonna have opening week of baseball soon, I'm assuming wrestling has been fine since then, because you just kind of like, hey, you don't get to go home to your families, you get to just stay on the road. Or I don't even know if they're on the road, they're probably just filming out the same fucking area over and over and over again.
If I was them, I would have pre-filmed all the matches for the next couple of months and then sent everybody home.
Not a bad idea, but not as fun.
I mean, you wouldn't tell anybody.
Well, wrestling sometimes does play off what's happening in the week. It does.
I was gonna say that's fair, but I don't know. So
It
okay,
does.
I
Like-
believe you.
Okay, I believe you.
I don't know that one either. I don't get that one.
That's walk in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. I want to say it's Beetlejuice. It's from Beetlejuice, but it's
Never
not
saw.
originally from Beetlejuice. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck? Why do we have a podcast?
I don't know. Why do we have a podcast?
I don't know.
Because we like talking.
This is the new...
Remember when you said we weren't gonna get fucking meta?
No. That was episodes ago, and you just got metal on us.
No, you did it first. Damn it.
But no, like they do all the practices and stuff like that for the COVID. They have the people backstage being in the fans, but they're 6 feet apart. They have the big glass screens up. They're all wearing masks.
Can somebody make a meme that says is that the WWE still? When the WWE is more prepared for COVID than the federal government?
It's weird though. It's really weird to see. It's just really weird to see.
That sounds like a cop-out phrase, my friend.
What to go from, hey man, we packed the stands with 7. However, I probably shouted it out before, but this was still the funniest fucking thing I've seen them do in the longest time. Is every WrestleMania they always tell you what the number of seats filled are and how many tickets they sold and shit like that. And so this year WrestleMania happened during COVID, so they had the same hype announcer. I can't remember her name. I want to say Jillian Hall, but I'm probably wrong, and I don't want to be wrong. But they had the girl who always comes back to do the announcement for WrestleMania. She came back and they announced it, and she was like, "A grand total of 0 in attendance tonight," and they fucking ripped it off like it was the exact same thing. I was like,
That's
"Brave,
it.
bravissimo."
All right, you've earned this $60 ticket I paid to watch this.
I think it was free this year.
Wow, good on them.
They have been fantastic.
Good on
with it. They have
them.
been fantastic with it.
Well, I mean, I've heard there's been some issues with patents and things, but
There's some issues.
on that particular event, I hear they did well.
There's some issues with
And by here they did well, I mean based on what you've just told me.
much like Hamilton, there was some weird camera angles for a couple of pay-per-views that I was not happy with. Like, do not make this into a TV show where you have weird cuts and people going, "Ah," and shit.
No,
And
that's perfect. Make it like The Office where they have like mid interviews during a fight.
this last pay-per-view, I got to see a total of 2 matches, and both matches, one was a swamp match, which,
What?
I
Were
can't
they fighting in a swamp?
yes, because weird camera angles are cool, because
Because they were down in Florida, because that's the only place that's open for shooting.
we can do it now because fuck it, right? We don't have to be in attendance with a bunch of audience that we're selling to.
Let's take it on the road.
We can do whatever the fuck.
Let's give
we
it the
want,
Archer
right?
treatment, throw it in a coma, and let's just go crazy.
And then the loss. It was eye for an eye match. I had no context going into it. Why it was Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio, but I went. These are actually two very talented wrestlers who actually have talent, that thing that you're looking for, and you have them in this bullshit I have to gouge your eyes out match, which you are a PG show now. You're not even going to commit to like real blood anymore.
Yeah, what afterwards? Like, did they? What did it look like? Did they? Do you know? Did you watch
So
the end?
I saw the end, and if you are not interested in fucking spoilers for Horror Show Extreme Rules 2020, turn away now. It comes down to Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins are back and forthing. They have tried everything from slamming each other into turnbuckles. They have tried to use pens on each other to...
So it isn't an actual ring.
Yeah, oh yeah, this
Okay,
is
all
in
right.
the arena.
All right. Okay.
So they have spilled outside, and Rey Mysterio gets the idea to put Seth Rollins' eye on the corner of the staircase that walks up. Sounds really fucking cool, right? Sounds like, ooh, we about to commit to some shit.
Oh, that makes me feel me feel queasy.
He gets he fights it off, like he's trying to push it on, and he fights it off. Now, obviously, you know the entire time that WWE's not going to commit to this, but he fights it off, and I'm like, okay, here we go. But that's going to be the finisher. That's the Chekhov gun. That's the big thing I'm waiting for.
Chekhov stairs.
So they're
Chekhov Stairmaster.
They start exchanging shit. Some big things happen. Seth actually turns it around and gets Mysterio in the same position. He's over top of Mysterio. He's holding him down against the stairs. So Seth Rollins' finisher, I've learned, is called the curb stomp, where he runs up and he just bops your head on the top and you're supposed to fall into the thing. So he sets Mysterio up and kind of digs his face into the steps, and I'm like, here we go. I know you're not really going to commit, but if you can sell this hit, this is about to be awesome. Let's go. And I was hype. And he gets back and he's setting up for the curb stomp, and then Mysterio just kind of like shows this fake eye and then calls for the match to be quit. And they don't commit to the curb stomp. And I'm like, that's how you would have sold it. Because that little push you did, because he did the same thing to you, and now all of a sudden he's wrong, he's hurt. It didn't work. It didn't work. It was garbage. And then the motherfucker, he's like setting up for the curb stomp. The man was about to end this dude's life, quote unquote. And then he's like, oh, I call for the match to be quit. And so Seth Rollins turns around and I don't know how he did it. Good acting. But fucking made himself throw up in the middle of like a whole fucking alley thing, like the little around the arena. Like I was like, this is the dumbest. You should have committed. If you could have sold that hit.
Do you think the throw up was scripted?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no way it was real. The eye was fake as could be. You could see the eye was fake as could be.
Or I'm sorry, not. Do you think because there was nobody in attendance, there were again they faked the throw up? Or do you think he legitimately made himself throw up?
I think he had to have made himself throw up because there was no time in between the call of the match and him doing it for him to have shoved something in his mouth.
Okay.
There was no time. So I think he just knew how to do it. And I if it wasn't for the fact that I have watched YMS on YouTube and I've seen that man make himself throw up because he knows how to, I would have never believed that was the case. But now I fully believe that dude knows how to make himself throw up.
All right, Seth, you're not going to the gym for the next 3 days. You're going to be visiting this guy who's going to teach you how to make yourself throw up, okay? What?
In fact, go to the gym, but don't eat. And then perform a 20-minute match.
It wouldn't make you throw up. You wouldn't have anything to throw up.
You
have to eat in excess.
And then drink a gallon of milk before the match.
Do you remember the day that you learned that milk will curdle in your fucking stomach if you drink it and then go do sports?
I remember the day I learned that you shouldn't do the gallon challenge.
Never did the gallon challenge.
Oh.
I remember being a youngin' and chugging those little cartons of chocolate milk because they were delicious, and there was
Yes.
some left over from the church picnic. So me and my friends were just like, "Glug, glug, glug, glug," yeah. And then they started playing Ultimate Frisbee, and I went and played Ultimate Frisbee for about 5 minutes. And then I disappeared for the next 25 minutes.
See, I have never been a victim of the cramping that you're supposed to get if you go swimming after you eat in a certain amount of time. I've never been a victim of that, so I fully don't believe that's real.
I've never had
However,
that
I think
happen to me either.
I think it applies to milk. I think they got the fucking there's a missing part of the adage. Don't drink milk and then go swimming until an hour after you've drank milk.
Just if you're gonna drink milk, just don't do anything for at least a half an hour.
Don't drink milk.
Yeah, honest to God, just don't drink milk.
I think I'm lactose intolerant at some point. Like not lactose, but like if I sit down and have like a glass of chocolate milk now, I'm only 27, it fucking hurts me.
It is very
It will give
common
me
as you get
heartburn.
older to get like not allergic to dairy, but basically you become intolerant to dairy products.
I get heartburn, it gets fucked. In which it's gonna suck the rest of my life because I will never give up cheese.
Yeah.
I will never give up cheese. I'm going to suffer for the rest of my life.
If I have any kind of dairy products after like 9 o'clock at night or before
I
10
don't
a.m.
even
in the
think
morning,
about it at 9 o'clock at night.
I can't. Well, like I want to have like a bowl of ice cream. Like me and my wife just sit down, have some ice
yogurt.
cream.
Frozen yogurt's better.
I mean, yeah, Froyo's great, but I don't like yogurt.
Why?
I don't know. Just Amanda likes Greek yogurt, and I absolutely I hate it. I think it smells disgusting.
It seems like it tastes and the texture is like spoiled yogurt to me, and I don't like it.
Fucking at me if you want, but I don't like that shit.
You can at me.
You can
all
mix
you want.
granola or other whatever the fucks you want. Nah.
It tastes better with real yogurt. Just have different, not Greek.
Yogurt.
Have yogurt. Have Go-Gurt. Get yourself some Go-Gurt.
Fuck, is Go-Gurt still around?
Probably.
Dope.
If
Go
not,
get some Go-Gurts.
I don't understand why you wouldn't. You don't even like yogurt. What the fuck?
Yeah, but dude, it's Go-Gurt. Come on. Go-Gurt's barely yogurt. Go-Gurt is way more liquidy than yogurt.
Go-Gurt is just
Yes, I'm
yogurt
aware
in
that
the
it's called
tube.
Go-Gurt because it's yogurt you take on the fucking go.
It's just yogurt in the tube. It's not liquidy more or anything like
Yes,
that.
it is.
Just
I
fucking
remember
yogurt in the
Go-Gurt.
tube. It's just yogurt in the tube.
No, it is not the same consistency. Do you think
I can make a
yogurt is the
Ziploc
same
bag
consistency
Go-Gurt
as
for you.
Go-Gurt? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, are we that far? Was this a Dice episode? Did I rant today?
I don't know. Do you want to talk about anime?
Oh no, I feel like I talked the most today. I brought it up last week, so I wanted to make sure he didn't feel bad.
Do we want to keep score?
Hey, Fed Up, you've brought it up before. What's the score at? How many Dice episodes? How many Jane episodes?
Regardless, in the comments, let Dice know that Go-Gurt is absolutely a less thick consistency than regular yogurt. Be sure to hit the subscribe so that you know when we release new content. However, you also need to hit the bell to know when we release new content. It's a weird double-edged sword. You know who else has a double-edged sword? That's a bad segue. Bye.
What the fuck? Boy, I give you an 8 for the delivery, but a 2 for the landing. Holy fuck.